Welcome to race number 8 of the 20 race season here Division 1 at Talladega. After today, only 4 more races remain in the regular season. Who is going to win? We saw a first-time winner last night in the Talladega Division 2 race. Alex Johnson ended up winning that race. So far, we have 7 different winners. See who gets the pole today. Yeah, there's a lot of hungry drivers in the championship. A lot of drivers in the top 10 have wins already. 5 out of the top 10, all with a win. So as always, we're going to let them post their first lap time, and then we will go ahead and simulate through the rest of qualifying and get this race underway. 66 laps is the distance today. Coming into this race, Robbie Bannister is the points leader, leading by 95 points over Jeremiah Dwayne. Jeremiah's had a really good season so far. Only 1 top 5, 3 top 10s, but he's been pretty consistent, at least in the top 15, top 20 almost every week. Robbie has a win. He got a win earlier this season. He has 5 top 10 finishes in 6 starts that he has completed in. He did not make the, I believe it was Riverside race 2 weeks ago. So, here we go. First time by Nottingham Scott, the first driver to get past the start-finish line. Nottingham might actually have the pole. Nottingham Scott, the fastest driver so far. Let's go ahead and simulate the rest of qualifying. And Nottingham Scott, the 86, he is going to get his first pole. It's great to see him up at the front. Nottingham hoping to have a good finish today. He is deep in the field. So Nottingham, the number 86, will start out front. Beside him, the 13 of Colin Murphy. Colin, 6th or 7th in the points, 151 points back, looking for his first win today. The second row, we've got the 08 Carl Hernandez. He won at Texas. He is already in the chase. He is just looking for more points. Beside him, the 54 Noah Kim finished pretty well last week. He had a second place finish at Riverside. So Noah looking to hopefully have another good run, try to get himself further up in the points. He is near the top 10. The next row, we've got the 95 Tavis Haken, who has a win. He is a little bit deeper in the points than 10th. Beside him, the 3 of Chris Spletzer, Chris, Noah, and Nottingham. All 3 pretty much teammates. They're going to be running together, I'm sure, at the beginning of this race. Try to stay up at the front. All 3 drivers need a good finish. The next row, we have the 16 Sahara Rocha. She is 3rd in the points. Season 1 championship winner. She's en route to possibly make the chase and compete for a second title. Last season, she did not have a good run, and she was not a contender. Beside her, the 2, Brian Lancaster, he needs a good finish. We got the 14, Jackson Kelsey, got his first win at Riverside. A very disastrous race for pretty much everybody. Jackson was able to win last week, involved in a crash, actually with the 16 of Sahara Rocha. He spun Sahara on the first lap, and then about 10 or 15 laps later, Sahara ended up wrecking Jackson and a few others. So that's going to be interesting to see them starting nose to tail yet again. Beside Jackson, the 21, that is Kyle Vickers. Then we've got the 99, Destiny Borg, the 44, Equan Hazim. Destiny is in the championship right now. She's trying to keep in the top 16. Got the 18, Mike Afton. The 96 of Jeff Light, who has a win, and he is 4th in the points, looking for another win. Got the 1 of Cole DeMarco back here, the number 1. Got the 75, the Violet Crumble car, Andy Rollo. Andy needs a good finish today. Got the 12, Brendan Hancock, the 73 of Carter Joey, the 45, Osman Hamid, the 26 of Daniel Voiles. Got the 7 of Reese Spletzer starting deep in the field. He is another driver in need of a good finish. Beside him, Ricky Freeman Jr. We've got the 38, Axel Zero, the 10, Bryson Bannister, the 00, Tony Hernandez. Got the 51, Foxy Pirate. Got the 9, that is Brew Zero. Beside him, the 11, Callie Hancock. She is back in the car after her injury. She missed last week. We got the 6, Skylar Rocha. He is back in this car here at Talladega. Beside him, the 24, Matt Pichot. Got the 5 of Sam Oskin. Beside Sam Oskin is Jacob Britt in his final Cup season, final full-time Cup season. The 55, Bean Weeby, starting deep in the field. He is back in the race this week. Missed last week at Jennerstown, did not qualify in. Beside him, the 15, Colby Harris. Got the 4 of Robbie Bannister. Beside Robbie is the 22 of Jeremiah Dwayne. Got the 94, Hunter Blade. The 17 of Alexander Jones. The 50 of Lorelei Weeby. The 48, Ryan Benjamin. The last row, Logan York, the race winner last week. He led all but 2 laps at Jennerstown. Beside him, Ron Jackson starts in the tail of the field. So the command to start the engines. We're going to start pace laps. We'll be right back with the green flag here at Talladega. So much riding on the line for some of these drivers. Like we said, Nottingham Scott, the 86, he has not, I don't think he's put together one solid finish so far this season. Gets a pole. He is definitely in need of a good finish. Noah Kim, he's been up near the front. Same with Chris Spletzer in the last couple races. They're hoping to stay at the front as well. Maybe they can all three work together and keep their cars up at the front. Last night's race, we saw a few drivers pretty dominant throughout the entire race. Of course, the crashes throughout the race definitely changed the entire picture, the entire race. Didn't see a tremendously big crash. We did have a big one that took about 8 drivers out, but we haven't seen a massive crash here in the All-Star Offline Racing Series so far this season. Daytona, I guess, doesn't really count. We do see big crashes, obviously, at these super speedways. But usually throughout the course of a season, we see a couple major crashes, even at short tracks or speedways. We almost are very certain that the big one will happen tonight. The question is, when will it happen? 66 laps to find out. I don't think we've ever went green flag all the way through a super speedway race. Today might be the day, but I highly doubt it. Let's go ahead and get ready for the green flag. Nottingham Scott, for the first time in his career, he is going to lead the field to the green. They're approaching the start-finish line. And the green flag is in the air. We are underway. Kyle Vickers gets a great jump on the outside. He's going to make it 3 wide at the start-finish line already. A couple drivers in the back of the field jumping out of line. 4 wide already in the back. Nottingham got a great start. Colin Murphy did not. And that's going to slow Noah Kim and Chris Spletzer up as well. Off of turn number 2. Nottingham is the race leader. They're already bumping here. Oh, Colin Murphy and Kyle Hernandez into the wall hard. Oh, and the 13 is going to come up the track. Bean Weeby out of nowhere will hit the 13. Lorelei Weeby, Ron Jackson involved. And a massive crash on the opening lap. Oh my gosh. Carl Hernandez on pit road. Bean Weeby as well. It's a race back to the start-finish line. Nonigan, Scott, Noah, Kim, Chris Spletzer, the top three. Chris gonna try to take the lead away from Nonigan. I think Chris got the lead. Oh, and they're crashing again. The 14, Equana Zim, the 21, Kyle Vickers, and Equana Zim, Reese Spletzer's involved. Callie Hancock involved. 15, Colby Harris, he's got damage. I think Foxy Pirate might have gotten some damage as well. There's Ron Jackson, Laura Lee Wiebe. Unfortunate for them. Heavy damage. Colin Murphy, Carl Hernandez. Bean Wiebe, massive damage on his car. Well, that did not take long. A huge crash. And, wow, I don't even know what to say. Massive crash on the opening lap. Colin Murphy gets spun around, and he went for a wild ride. Hopefully he is okay. Same with Bean Wiebe. Carl Hernandez just, I don't know. I don't know what happened there. Let's go ahead and, actually, let's make sure, do we have pit stops? Looks like Sahara Rocha, maybe Kyle Vickers obviously coming down. Top three drivers though, Chris Spletzer, Noah Kim, and Nonigan Scott all running 1, 2, 3. They're gonna stay out and try to stay up there. So let's go ahead and let's show you Colin Murphy flipping down the backstretch, and he started second. I don't know what happened. They weren't even really three wide. Carl Hernandez hits the 13, and you see the 13 just upside down, and right here lands on top of Bean Wiebe. Alexander Jones, he was also involved. Ron Jackson, Laura Lee Wiebe, they don't have a ton of damage. They might be okay. But the 13 and the 55, that was a very hard hit. Watch this, slow motion. And hold on, because it's 13. I mean, that was 188 mile per hour hitting the wall and then going into a flip. That was just... And right here, Bean Wiebe, Callie Hancock missed it. Oh. Last week's race winner, Logan York, nearly escaped that crash. If there's one driver that has had bad luck consistently since Season 2, it is Bean Wiebe. Bean has one win in his career, but right here, that was not even, I mean, I don't know, you could not avoid that crash. Go ahead and ride on board with a couple drivers. Let's try Logan York. We will ride with Bean Wiebe here in just a second. Logan started last. And at that point, if Colin Murphy would have stayed down low, that would have been good, but my gosh. Everybody wrecks, and unfortunately, 3 out of 4 cars on Bean Wiebe's team wrecked and demolished. Well, let's go ahead and ride on board. Where is he? Robbie Bannister. Robbie nearly missed this crash as well, being right in front of him. Oh my gosh. Robbie, he almost got, well, he did get hit by Laura Lee, almost got taken out. Go ahead and ride on board now with Callie Hancock. She almost was the driver that had the 13 land on her, and he went right over her. My gosh, that just was a crazy crash. Like we said, we hope all the drivers are all right. Watch this side clip here. Bean Wiebe. Coming right up to the 13. The 13 is flipping somewhere. There's Colin Murphy and... Bam. Oh my gosh, it looked like that car went through the windshield almost. And I mean, look how high up Colin Murphy is. And continuing to flip, the 17 Alexander Jones. Let's ride on board with him real quick as well. Forgot we have to ride on board with Bean Wiebe before we go back to green. hit for Alexander as well. If you're just joining the race, a massive crash on the opening lap. Took out multiple drivers. Bean Weeby, Colin Murphy, very hard hits. We're going to ride on board with Bean Weeby now. Check this out from inside the cockpit. Oof. Well, the car luckily did not go through the windshield. That's a huge relief. But unfortunately, a lot of drivers out of the race. Colin Murphy, Carl Hernandez, Skylar Rocha, the 6, Bean Weeby, Jeremiah Twain, and Alexander Jones. I actually don't know what happened with the 22 or the 6. Not sure why they're out of the race. Let's go ahead and fast forward here and see. I don't think they were involved in the crash. Oh, Jeremiah was, I believe. And Jeremiah and Skylar, they had Colin Murphy actually land on top of both of those cars as well. So you see the cars out of the race. Couldn't even get a whole lap, and we're already under caution. Teammates 1, 2, and 3. Chris Spletzer, Nottingham Scott, Noah Kim. Ron Jackson, Laura Lee Weeby, they were able to get their cars repaired. Same with Quan Hazin. Reese Spletzer, not too much damage on his car, but he is still in the race. Same with Robbie Bannister, the points leader. Jeremiah Dwayne out of the race. Unfortunate for him. See Laura Lee Weeby, Colby Harris with a ton of damage. Sahara Rocha all the way in the back of the field. So right now, first, second, and third in points, having issues. 5 out of the top 10 drivers, either out of the race or very deep in the field. So we are awaiting the green flag, getting ready to go back to green. We have a long way to go. I was hoping we were going to be able to go green flag the entire way, and I think I jinxed it. Crash on the backstretch, opening lap. Colin Murphy, Bean Weeby are the only 2 drivers we have not heard from yet, but everybody else is okay, including Alexander Jones. 13 of Colin Murphy does not have a win. He's in 7th in points. He was having a string of pretty good finishes. He is probably going to drop out of the top 16, and he might not even make the chase. So we will await the word on Bean and Colin. Hopefully they are okay and can race next week. In the meantime, the teammates going to get the green flag. We are back underway. See if they can stay up at the front of the field for a while, or if we're going to have even another crash. It could very well happen. Nottingham Scott, Noah Kim side by side. Chris Spletzer, the race leader. That's where you want to be. You want to be right out front, but everybody pretty much single file. There's a couple cars double file all the way through the back of the field. Noah Kim will take second away from Nottingham. Now Noah going to try to go for the lead. Chris going to shut the door for now. The top 3 single file, and behind them, Destiny Borg, Tavis Aiken side by side. Destiny Borg will take 4th place away. Now Noah Kim going for the lead. Chris led some laps. Nottingham started first, has not led a lap yet. And the entire field coming through, trying to regroup. Noah Kim will lead that lap, so now Nottingham Scott, the only teammate that does not have a lap led, and he is being pushed by Destiny. Destiny all over Nottingham Scott's back bumper. Destiny trying to split the teammates up. Destiny on the inside, 3 wide for second. Destiny going to drop back behind Nonigan, but Chris falling back to third. He is on the outside with no help, as Noah right now pulling ahead and trying to pull away from the rest of the field. See a lot of drivers further in the back of the field. Oh, somebody on pit road. I think that's the 51, Foxy Pirate possibly. Oh, and Tony Hernandez on pit road. Not sure what's going on there. I would assume possibly a penalty. Back at the front of the field, Noah Kim still has a small gap between him and Nonigan. Chris Spletzer falling back on the outside. The field starting to form again, 3 wide. Hoping that we can see some green flag racing. Noah is pulling ahead. He is actually kind of pulling away. Noah Kim has a very fast car right now. Top 3 drivers pulling away from the pack. Brian Lancaster now up here into number 2. A lot of drivers further in the back have lost the draft. I think everyone is kind of just biding their time for now and waiting for this race to play out further. Oh, geez, the 51 Foxy Pirate coming back out on the track. He is going to be slow. This could be bad. Same with the 00 Tony Hernandez. Hopefully he doesn't go up in the traffic. He is going to, though. Oh, my gosh, almost a crash. Jackson Kelsey, Cole DeMarco, they slow down. Jackson went 4 wide, nearly crashed into Cole DeMarco. And this is going to slow this pack up. And now the lead pack separated. Nonigan fell back. He does not have second place anymore. Noah Kim pulling away. He just gets past Tony Hernandez, and they're 4 wide in this second group. Some drivers up in the top 10 in points are in this group right here. Brendan Hancock, Jackson Kelsey. They're all trying to get back up to the leaders. Kim continuing to lead this race. Brian Lancaster second. And Nonigan back up to third. Chris Spletzer in the second group. He's trying to move this pack up and get to this lead pack again. Actually, no. Chris is right here in this first pack. Never mind. Chris running in the top 10. So far, the Spletzer's having a good run at Talladega, minus Reese. Reese pretty far back. Let's go ahead and see where some of the drivers are back here. Colby Harris, Lorelei Wiebe in the tri-oval. They're about a half a lap down. Equan Hazim, he's not doing too well. See Ron Jackson, Reese Spletzer, Kyle Vickers, Robbie Bannister, Sahara Rocha, Callie Hancock, Bryson Bannister. They're all out of the draft. These drivers here trying to get to the front part of the field. They are catching the leaders. Look who's back up to second. Chris Spletzer going to try to get past Noah Kim. Noah's been in the lead for the last few laps. Now Chris down low going for the lead. Carson got second yesterday. And here's Chris Spletzer taking the lead away from Noah. Noah has no drafting help. Once the second group catches the leaders, we're going to have a pretty big pack. 3 wide for second. Jacob Britt, Destiny Borg down low. And Jacob shuts the door on her. Noah Kim is able to hold on to that third position right now on the outside. He has no drafting help at all. He's got a pretty quick car. Now they fan out 3 wide. Here comes Nonigan Scott pushing Daniel Voiles, trying to get him up to third. And another car coming off of pit road. Who is that? Oh, 4 wide, and they're touching. Destiny and Daniel. And that's going to really mess up Noah Kim. He's going to go all the way back and lose a ton of positions. That was Brendan Hancock, the 12 on pit road, so he has a lap down. Along with the 00 Tony Hernandez, the 51 Foxy Pirate. Chris Spletzer is the race leader. Jacob Britt second. See Noah Kim back on the inside. Nonigan Scott on the outside. Ryan Lancaster, he won at Daytona in the first season. He is no stranger to these super speedway tracks. That second group of cars not gaining any ground. I thought at this point they would be right up with the leaders, but they're not. They're 4 wide though too back here. Really racing hard. Now they drop down to 3 wide. Matt Bouchot and Logan York getting really close entering turn 3. Now these drivers, they're back in 11th place. So we'll watch the gap and see if they can gain anything. They've got more drivers in their pack than the lead pack, but so far they've not been able to catch the top 10. And they're actually falling back. They're losing ground. There's some pretty strong cars in this pack. We've been caution-free since the restart. And this guy's back here 3, 4, maybe even 5 wide almost. Carter Joey on the outside. I don't know how these guys haven't wrecked. Back up at the main pack. Noah Kim, Chris Spletzer battling for the lead yet again. Chris led the last lap. Noah going for the lead. The 54, the 3, and the 86 are really strong so far in the early stages of this race. See, Tavis Haken has lost the draft. He is a 2.5 seconds behind. Lead pack now only 9 cars. Noah Kim back out front. He has led the most laps so far tonight. They're 2 wide up the main pack. Second pack trying to catch the leaders. Noah Kim, huge lead. He has been the only driver that's really been able to pull ahead as far out as he is. Oh, and here we go. This is going to get interesting. Lorelei Wiebe, Kyle Vickers, a lot of lap cars. Look at this in the back of the field here. 3 and 4 wide, down the back stretch. Beating and banging. Oh, there's a crash. Ryan Benjamin, Ricky Freeman, and many others wrecking. Oh, the 86. Jeff Light, hard hit. Matt Bouchot is involved. Jackson Kelsey, huge hit. Ryan Benjamin, Foxy Pirate. The 56, Ricky Freeman. And the caution flag back out here at Talladega. Second time today. Nottingham Scott took the lead from Noah Kim. We have quite a bit of drivers too, a lap down. So second caution of the race. See Jackson Kelsey, last week's race winner. And it is 2 weeks ago he won, my bad, at Riverside. It's a good thing he won because he is out of the race today. Jeff Light, same with him. He has a win, but he is demolished. He had a very hard hit into the outside wall. A lot of hard hits. Matt Bouchot, heavy damage. The 50 and the 15, they were put a lap down. So was the 00, Tony Hernandez. So I'm sure we're going to have pit stops. They have to pit at least one more time as well. Let's go back and show you what happened for the second caution of the day. I knew they were getting really close back here on the back stretch. The second group, they were 4 wide. Matt Bouchot, Ryan Benjamin just came together, and unfortunate. They could not keep it off of each other. Watch this hit by the 96. Ooh, hard hit there, and I believe he gets hit again. Yeah, he gets hit by Jackson. Jackson Kelsey actually would have missed that crash. I don't think he would have had any damage. Not too much, at least. Yeah, he would have been okay. And then right here, the 86, Jeff Light, or 96, I'm sorry. Ooh, hard hit there. Oh, and again, another hard hit for Jeff Light. Man, Jeff Light getting a lot of damage on that crash. Jeff would have made it through if it wasn't for the 9 and a few other drivers coming down the track. Ooh, hard hit. And then Jackson Kelsey hitting the 96 and the 9 of Brew Zero, nowhere to go. Bam. And that did the 9 of Brew Zero in as well. So drivers coming off of pit road, I believe it was Nonigan Scott. Yes, it is. Nonigan Scott, Noah Kim, first and second. Ooh, and they're really checking up in the back of the field, but there shouldn't be any crashes there. No, everyone looks to be okay. Hunter Blade back in the race. You see Ryan Benjamin, he is back in this race. Same with the 51, Foxy Pirate. Everyone else has retired. Matt Peugeot, Ricky Freeman Jr., Jackson Kelsey, Brew Zero, Jeff Light, all out of the race. Talladega proving to be a very chaotic and crazy race. We are not even close yet to halfway, and a lot of drivers out of the race or damaged. Fourth place is Daniel Boyles. Fifth, Brian Lancaster. Sixth, Axel Zero. Seventh, Logan York, last week's race winner. Eighth place, Destiny Borg. Ninth is Salmon Oskin. And 10th, Tavis Haken. 11th place, Chris Spletzer. 12th would be Andy Rollo. 13th, Mike Afton. 14th is Cole DeMarco. 15th is Bryson Bannister. 16th, Osman Hamid. 17th, Callie Hancock. 18th, Carter Joey. 19th, Ron Jackson, who was involved in that first crash, and 20th, Sahara Rocha. We have 31 drivers left in this race. We're not even halfway yet. Pace light's still on the pace car. Drivers will have to pit one more time. If we were to go green flag the entire way, we could probably, hopefully, see green flag pit stops. But we will be back with the restart. Nottingham Scott, race leader. Until we get restarted here again at Talladega. 4 drivers on the inside line, a lap down. Colby Harris, Laura Lee Weeby both have damage. I think Tony Hernandez and Brendan Hancock probably will be able to stay in this lead pack, and if they're lucky, maybe get their lap back. And you also see Foxy Pirate, the 51, down low. He has some damage, but he should be okay. Ryan Benjamin has damage, but he is on the tail end of the lead lap and last on the outside line. So this restart is going to be pretty wild if everybody, hopefully, I guess, can get past the 51 and the 50 and the 15. So far, the first 20 laps, we've seen Nottingham Scott, Noah Kim, the 86 to 54, and the 2 of Brian Lancaster, and the 3 of Chris Fletcher really right now be the most dominant drivers. Brian's been able to get right up there and contend for the lead. A few other drivers are stuck pretty far back in the field. Destiny Borg as well, she's been pretty quick. So we're going to ride right now with Laura Lee, see if everybody can get past her, as the green flag is now back in the air. We're back underway here at Talladega. Look at this, Hardy 3 wide. Noah Kim trying to waste no time, trying to get to the front. Laura Lee Weeby stuck in the middle. Brendan Hancock got past her. The 15, Colby Harris, he was passed by a few drivers. Nottingham has the lead. Brendan Hancock, Tony Hernandez trying to get their laps back. They're hoping for a quick caution. Okay, Kelly Hancock, she might be a factor in this pack, possibly. Laura Lee way up top, same with Colby Harris. I think everyone's going to get past them without too much of an issue. Up at the front, Nottingham leading this race. Battle for second, 3 wide for second behind the 2 lap cars. A lot of jockeying for position about mid-pack all the way to the tail end of the pack. New second place driver, that is the 2, Brian Lancaster. Brendan Hancock trying to get his lap back. Right behind the race leader. Tony Hernandez going to go down low. Tony as well trying to get his lap back. Brendan going to try to go. They almost made contact. Brendan is all over the back bumper of that 86. Leaders right now, single file. They're trying to pull away from the rest of the field. Nottingham Scott right now. Very good car. Started first. And look at this, Brendan Hancock now underneath the 86. He is going for his lap back. The field has not been able to get back into one whole group. They are spread out a few seconds at least. We're going to have some new players if they can catch up to Nottingham and Brian Lancaster. Third place, Jacob Britt. 4th, Logan York. Logan trying to get up to his teammate, the 2 of Brian Lancaster. Oh, the 00, Tony Hernandez on pit road. That's unfortunate. He was about to get his lap back. He was up there with the leader. Battle for the lead, the 2. Brian Lancaster has the lead. Nottingham on the outside, no drafting help at the moment. Caution flag were to come out, Brendan right now would get his lap back. He'd be back in the hunt. Nottingham now going back down low for the lead. Teammates on the outside line. See if they can work together and maybe get past this inside line. Samadoskin, the 5, he is up here out of nowhere. He was deep in the field earlier. The 18, Mike Afton, back in the tail end of this pack. I believe he is back in 16th or 17th. Not a lot of drivers in the lead pack. So Mike Afton running in 17th. Plus we got Brendan, who is a lap down. 18 drivers in this lead pack. Three wide for the lead. The top car on the outside line, he is a lap down, trying to stay on the lead lap. Not again, Brian Lancaster fighting for the lead. Here comes Noah Kim and Chris Spletzer. Cole DeMarco, Osman Hamid. A lot of drivers that were in the back of the field missed some of these early crashes. They're up at the front. Got 3 and 4 wide now. Still battle for the lead. Brendan now is a lap down. He is going to fall back. Just waiting for more action to happen. There could be more crashes. I don't think we're over yet. Still have not reached the halfway point. 7 laps away from that. The 10 of Bryson Bannister, he's up in this lead pack. Callie Hancock, she made her way up here. They were both out of the draft earlier. Tavis Aiken, the last remaining driver on his team that's on the lead lap. Trying to make his boss proud. 4 wide behind the race leader. Brian Lancaster has the lead. Cole DeMarco second. And a mad dash for third. Daniel Voiles, I think, has the position. He has the inside line. It's starting to get a little crazy again. Brendan Hancock in the middle of this mess. Noah Kim as well. Nottingham Scott falling back. Mike Afton starting to lose the draft. They're 4 wide. They're going to crash. Noah Kim into the wall. The 75, Andy Rollo's around. Oh, and Mike Afton hard into Noah. We knew it couldn't have, or we knew it was too good to be true. Noah Kim having an amazing race. He has not had a great season. The caution flag back out, race back to the line. It's going to be the 2 of Brian Lancaster who is going to get the lead at the, well, going to keep the lead at the start-finish line. Unfortunate for Noah. He was having some good runs, putting some great stuff together. Andy Rollo as well. He needed a good win. Violet Crumble will crumble. Noah Kim, heavy damage. That was a hard hit. And wherever Mike Afton is, there he is. He is going to be out of the race as well. Man, oh man. This race is going to claim a few more drivers. Oh, and they're, I think, crashing on the backstretch here. Oh my gosh, Kyle Vickers, heavy damage. Sahara Rocha, Reese Spletzer, Carter Joey. Big stack up, and that is going to hurt a lot of drivers. Oh my gosh. Talladega, getting crazy. It's getting wild here. We're not even at halfway yet. In Texas World, a few races ago, we had nearly half the field wrecked. Well, actually, over half the field wrecked before we even got to the halfway point. And I think that's how this race is going to be. Look at this, a bit of a split pit decision. Looks like Brian Lancaster, Daniel Voiles, Osman Hamid, Chris Spletzer, Bryson Bannister, and Nottingham Scott staying out. Everyone else coming down pit road. Let's go ahead and take a look at the caution. And more unfortunate stuff here. Once they get into like this 4 wide scenario like they were here, it's when it gets dangerous. It's when it gets real dangerous. Looks like Brendan Hancock might have made contact with Andy Rollo. They clipped each other and bam, into the wall. Nottingham Scott was a part of that crash. Bam, Mike Afton just coming out of nowhere. Noah Kim would have been okay if it wasn't for the 18. 18 just kind of, he had nowhere to go. A lot of drivers got some damage. Most of these drivers here would have been okay. They wouldn't have had too much damage. Bam, Noah Kim, and unfortunately Andy Rollo, he got hit pretty hard. Go ahead and ride on board with Nonigan Scott. He was the race leader earlier, the pole sitter as well. See them make contact, and he didn't get a lot of damage, didn't hit the wall. That's the most important thing. Brendan Hancock, he hit the wall pretty hard. One of the interesting things I'm going to be looking out for, the 86, he has some damage. He did not come down pit road and repair it. See Brendan Hancock, heavy damage on his car. He will probably not be able to get his lap back. Quan Zim, he got some bad damage. Robbie Bannister, Sam Oskin. We don't have a lot of drivers left. A lot of drivers damaged or out of the race. Look at that. Noah Kim, Andy Rollo, Mike Afton, Foxy Pirate, he retires. Carter Joey, Sahara Rocha, Reese Spletzer, Ron Jackson, Kyle Vickers. Let's go ahead and take a look at what happened to them. That was a stack up on pit road. Or coming off of... No, that was a stack up getting to the backstretch under caution. Bam. Carter Joey, Reese Spletzer, Ron, everybody just damaged from that wreck. Kyle Vickers, hard hit. Man, oh man. This race claiming a lot of drivers. So we're going to have 22 drivers left in this race. And there's probably only a solid 10 or 15 at the very most that have a shot to win this thing. We will be back with the restart. About a lap and a half until we're going to go back to green, so we'll be back with some of the racing action. Pace lights are off on the pace car. Next time by, we'll be going back to green flag. Just short of the halfway point. Four drivers on the inside. They are a lap down. There's not too many drivers on the outside line. We are nearing the halfway point, and we don't really have a lot of drivers left. One of the drivers that pops in to question is in 12th place. Callie Hancock, 2 super speedway wins. That's the most out of anybody in the All-Star Offline Racing Series. She has a legitimate shot at winning the race. And I don't know, I'd say maybe there's 12, maybe 13 at the very most drivers that could win this race. If we see another caution, it could really be a boring race to the finish. We don't have a lot of drivers left. So pace car down into pit road. Brian Lancaster, the 2. He's been a pretty dominant car. He is going to restart this race. I would say the most dominant car, Noah Kim, out of the race. So 2, Brian Lancaster, going to lead the field to the green, and we are back underway here at Talladega. Green flag in the air once again. Pretty much single file for the most part. Everybody hopefully is going to get past all these damaged lap cars. That does not look to be the case. Chris Fletcher getting past about the top 4 drivers, and that's about it. Here comes Bryson Bannister on the outside, the number 10, trying to get past some of these guys. I said if we get another caution, we might have another caution. The way these guys are racing back here, trying to get past the lap cars. They're 3 and 4 wide. Brendan Hancock in the middle there. Nottingham Scott trying to get through. Laura Lee on the outside. This is going to split the pack up a good bit. So the top 4 drivers pulling away. Bryson trying to get up there as well. Tavis Haken, the 95. Nottingham Scott. Callie Hancock. Sam and Oskin, they all get through. Everybody else trying to catch back up. Up front, the 2, the 26, the 45, the 3, single file. Bryson is a second behind. So top 4 drivers trying to pull away from the rest of the field. Tavis Haken about 2 seconds behind. We are halfway through this race. This is going to be a very interesting point in this race. Top 4 drivers have pulled away. They're about 2 seconds ahead. Everybody else going to be trying to catch up. If 5th place, Bryson is about 2 seconds behind. Then you got Nottingham Scott back in 6th. He's almost 3.5 seconds behind. A lot of drivers, though, trying to pull up to the 86, and obviously they're going to catch the 10 here soon, and I don't think the top 4 drivers are going to be able to pull away much longer. Brian and Daniel starting to pull away from Osman and Chris. Small gap between these 4 drivers. Chris now going for 3rd. He's going to try to get past Osman. 5th place, 3.5 seconds behind. Nottingham Scott back in 6th. He's actually losing time to the leaders. And this, we got to be careful back here because, I mean, these guys here, they're basically in a huge pack, or they're going to be pretty soon. Last night in the Division 2 race, that's where one of the last crashes happened, was back in the second group of cars, the second pack. So these guys trying to get grouped up. Let's see if they can start gaining some ground. So they're 4 wide going through the tri-oval. They were 4.23 seconds back. What about now? Oh, they're losing about 1/2 second. Oh, they're making contact. Bryson almost turned Axel around. Couple pretty quick cars in this group. See Sam Oskin, Callie Hancock, they have fallen out of the draft in this pack. Up at the front of the field, Daniel Voiles to the front. Brian going to go back to fourth. Chris Spletzer now second, Osman Hamid third. Jacob Britt back in fifth place. See what they're like now. Are they going to gain a little bit of ground? Hopefully. Yeah, they're almost neck and neck with the leaders. See how big of a gap that is between the top four drivers and the rest of the field. If this race were to go green flag the rest of the way and we get green flag pit stops, should these four drivers get separated because of pit stops, this could really change the whole race, and that second group might be able to catch up, hopefully. Brian Lancaster now battling Chris for second, trying to get back up to the lead. While these guys are battling side by side, it might help that second group a little bit. Now they're losing just a little bit of ground each lap. Laura Lee Wiebe, Colby Harris, Equan Azim going to go a lap down. They're about a half a lap down, that is. See Jacob Britt, Axel Zero starting to pull away from the field. I wouldn't say we've seen our last caution yet. I think we might still see another caution, as Brian going to go back up to the front. Chris Spletzer trying to take a second away, but he has no drafting help. That time by fifth place of Jacob Britt. They did gain a little bit of ground. As long as this group here stays single file, or at least mostly single file, I think they can catch the leaders. I wouldn't say it's impossible. Jacob Britt and Axel Zero obviously have pretty quick cars. They're pulling away from their group that they're in. But these drivers all back here stay in single file. This could definitely change the outcome of the race. Let's see what the gap is like. It was 4.79 seconds. Now it's 4.78, so I mean they're still just about with the leaders. See Osman Hamid starting to lose the lead pack. But the top four drivers now single file as well. That's why they are running equal with that second group that has a ton of cars. When these guys here start stepping out of line and trying to make passes, that's when they're losing time. But these drivers back here as well, side by side. Or, I mean single file, not side by side. So 4.78 seconds, 4.86, they are losing some ground. Osman Hamid starting to lose the lead pack. Chris Spletzer might actually lose it as well. He is getting a small gap between him and the top two. That 45 ends up losing the lead pack. He has a pretty quick car. He might be able to bring that second group up here. Laps are winding down for that second group. Still a pretty long way to go. Osman Hamid has lost the draft. So now the lead pack is only 3 cars. Second group is starting to gain just ever so slightly yet again, but they're side by side. Leaders are about to catch Laura Lee Wiebe and a few other cars. Osman Hamid hasn't completely lost the draft yet. Osman trying to stay up there, but I don't know. I think he's too far back. Oh yeah, definitely. He is way too far back. See where the leaders go here. Running on board with Chris Spletzer, and the leaders are going to get slowed down by Laura Lee. Almost 3 wide for the lead, but that's going to allow Osmond to catch right back up to this pack. Chris Fletcher, he falls back. And the second group is going to gain about a second, I believe. But they've got to try to get past Laura Lee now as well. Second group, 3.5 seconds behind. And they are gaining. Chris Fletcher, Osmond Hammond side by side. They might lose the lead pack. They can't catch right back up to that 26. Let's see, they're going to catch Laura Lee in the turn. That's not a good thing. Can they go on the outside? Jacob Britt going to try to go up top. A couple drivers will, but they're going to have to stop. They're slowing down. Jacob Britt will get past Laura Lee Wiebe. Laura Lee now going to go up top. This is going to mess the entire second group up. Jacob Britt pulls ahead. Tavis Haken now trying to get past Laura Lee. That's teammate Laura Lee Wiebe. And Tavis might have just lost the lead pack. Now Iquan Zim, Colby Harris about to go a lap down. Side by side for the lead. Daniel Voiles and Brian Lancaster. Top 4 drivers again are right with each other. This is going to be the true test up here. 2 lap cars to get past. Brian up top, Daniel down low. Chris is going to go with Daniel. Brian Lancaster is going to be able to get right past all these lap cars. Oh, Brian almost into the side of Iquan. Chris Fletcher on the inside. He is going to try to get past Colby. Oh my gosh, this is getting a little intense. Brian Lancaster, a huge lead now, and that's not going to be good for him. Daniel Voiles, Osmond Hammond, and Chris Fletcher will get past the lap car, well, the lap cars. Here goes Jacob Britt and company trying to get past the other 2 cars and get back up with this lead pack. They're right behind Chris. Oh, look at Nonigan. Scott coming down pit road for green flag pit stops. Jacob Britt going to go up top and get past the 15. And possibly the 44. Logan York going to go up top as well. Cole DeMarco through the bottom. So a couple drivers trying to get through the lap cars. See the 94, Hunter Blade. The 12, Brendan Hancock. They're going to go a lap down next. Jacob Britt, about 2.5 seconds behind Brian Lancaster. Batter for the lead. Green flag pit stops happening, I think. I'm not sure. Hopefully that was a scheduled... Yeah, it looks like it was a scheduled stop. Not again coming off pit road. And here come the race leaders. Osmond Hammond staying out. This could be interesting. This might be good or bad for the 45, as we have got 20 laps to go. Now 19 to go here at Talladega. We are waiting for a caution or for something crazy to happen. Jacob Britt, Logan York, Cole DeMarco, and a few others trying to catch the race leader, and they have caught him. Osmond doesn't have any drafting help. So let's see if the 45 decides to come down pit road. He's going to slow down. Jacob going to go all the way up top and get past the 45. Osmond Hammond now coming down pit road for his scheduled pit stop. Nonigan going to be in the lead pack. Still trying to get up to speed, but he should be able to, hopefully for him, gain some ground as Cole DeMarco now going to the front. He is going to lead this race with less than 20 to go. I think these green flag pit stops, this is what's going to make the race interesting. Will we have a full pack of cars, or are they going to all be spread out? See, Cole DeMarco, Jacob Britt, Axel Zero, Logan York all staying out. Top 4 drivers still staying out. 3 wide for the lead up here. As they're approaching Bryson Bannister, Hunter Blade, and Brendan Hancock. 17 to go, nowhere to go for these drivers. They are catching Chris Spletzer and a couple other drivers ahead of them. Nottingham Scott lost the draft. 3 wide, this is getting a little dangerous. See, Daniel Voiles will be the race leader when this all shakes up and cycles back around. Brian Lancaster, Osman Hamid, Chris Spletzer, all still part of the main pack. That is, once this race gets cycled around. A lot of drivers in little packs all around the track. This actually here is the biggest pack of cars. But we still have more drivers that have to make their pit stops. Those drivers here, the 26, the 2, the 3, they're back 11th, 12th, 13th, and 14th. Just waiting for drivers to finish up their pit stops and cycle back around. 15 laps to go, this time by Axel Zero, leading this race with Cole DeMarco behind him. First half of this race, very wild, very crazy. The last half has been all green flag so far. Cole DeMarco trying to go for the lead up top. Bryson Bannister as well, he's right there. Actually, Bryson Bannister is not on the lead lap. He is a lap down. It's Axel Zero, Cole DeMarco, and Logan York, as well as Jacob Britt that are in this lead pack. A couple drivers here racing with each other. Sam Oskin, Laura Lee Wiebe, Ryan, and Robbie. They're all damaged, but trying to keep their speeds up. These 5 drivers here starting to catch the, well, I would say the leaders, but trying to catch the drivers that will be the leaders once everything cycles around. No sign of these leaders coming down pit road yet. They're staying out for now. It's Cole DeMarco going with Jacob Britt. He's going to try to take the lead from Axel. These 4 drivers caught Laura Lee Wiebe, and that's going to slow them down a little bit. Ooh, are they going to be able to get around that 50? No, not yet. Axel Zero going to go up top. Cole DeMarco down low. Everyone going to try to split the gap with that number 50. The race leader still Axel Zero. They are going to latch on to this back, well, to this group in front of them. This group that's in front of them will be the race leaders if everything cycles around. "12 laps to go here at Talladega. Sam Oskin, he made his pit stop. He's coming back out on the track. Unless he might actually have an issue. Sam Oskin down low. Not sure if he is out of fuel or maybe has a tire down. Chris Fletcher going a lap down. If the 5, well, no, the 5 is going to make it to pit road, I believe. I can say if the 5 ends up crashing or stopping on the track, that could throw the caution out. See Brendan Hancock coming out of pit road. He made his pit stop. Axel Zero, the race leader, trying to put some drivers a lap down. Now it's the one of Cole DeMarco who's the race leader. Osman Hamid, Brian Lancaster, and Chris Spletzer all a lap down. Daniel Voiles trying to stay on the lead lap just in case something happens. Oh, and oh my gosh, they almost wrecked. Brian almost spun Osman. That would have been a very interesting turn of events, especially with all the leaders basically a lap down. That would have been wild. Logan York coming down pit road for his pit stop. He was out of the draft. This time by 10 laps to go. 3 wide for the lead. Daniel Voiles on the outside trying to hold on to the lead lap. Things are getting kind of dicey. Sam Oskin coming off of pit road. He got his car back working pretty well. Not sure what happened. Assume he maybe had a tire down. So the leader's starting to catch the 15, Colby Harris, with 10 to go. Have not seen a caution in quite some time. Colby Harris going down low, as is Axel Zero and Cole DeMarco for some pit stops. That's going to leave the 39, Jacob Britt, and actually the rest of the field is a lap down. So Jacob Britt now the race leader, less than 10 to go. Logan York going back out on the track. Logan actually might be able to pull up ahead of these guys, and he might become a factor in this race. Jacob Britt still has to make his pit stop. And Jacob Britt going down low, and Jacob will come down pit road for his pit stop, the final one of the race. That means once we cycle back around, Daniel Voiles will be the race leader. Tanner Bryson Bannister actually, I think, is a part of this lead pack. Logan York will be as well. So we might have a few new players up here in the final few laps. Speaking of Logan York, there he is. They're going to catch him and probably pass him pretty quick. Logan was by himself. He's trying to side draft with Bryson. Osman Hamid going down low, almost into the back of Chris Spletzer. Daniel Voiles going to be out front. He will be the race leader. Waiting for this race to cycle around completely. 7 to go this time by. A lot of drivers in front of Daniel Voiles. About to go a lap down. Most of those drivers, the 38 and the 1, they are, actually, I think they might be the race leaders after this is cycled around. I'm not sure who's going to be the leader, as the lap cars are an issue for some of these drivers back here. Colby Harris slowing everybody down. Logan York, Bryson Bannister, Chris Spletzer going to get past. I think Axel Zero and Cole DeMarco might be the race leaders. So 6 laps to go. Actually, 39, Jacob Britt. Jacob Britt is the race leader. He already came down pit road for his stop. He is 5 seconds ahead. So it's up to basically all these drivers back here. Can they catch the 39 of Jacob Britt? Jacob Britt in his final season, he's got 7 more laps, and he could very well win this race. He won the Truck Series Championship last season. Jacob, a little over 4.5 seconds ahead. However, he is by himself. There's 3 lap cars, Robbie Bannister, Ryan Benjamin, and Quan Hazim, that the rest of the field has to get past, but Jacob Britt trying to hold on. He lost about a second there. So the second little group of cars, Cole DeMarco, Daniel Voiles, Axel Zero. They're coming fast. Behind them, Bryson Bannister. Who else? Brian Lancaster, Logan York, Chris Spletzer. They're trying to stay in contention in this race. It's crazy how before pit stops, we only had 4 drivers in the hunt to win this race. And right now, they're running third. Let's see, they're running third, 6th, 8th, and 9th. Jacob Britt 3 seconds ahead. This is second place, Daniel Voiles. Jacob Britt all by himself. He's catching Callie Hancock and Tony Hernandez. Quan Zim now going to slow some of these drivers up. Quan Zim going up the track. Ryan Benjamin, Robbie Bannister staying on the inside line. Here come Daniel Voiles, Cole DeMarco, and Axel Zero. And the other drivers behind them starting to fall back. Jacob Britt going to get past Callie Hancock and put her lap down. Jacob 2.5 seconds ahead. He's got some more cars he might be able to catch. Not sure, I thought that was a crash, but no crash, we're good. Daniel Voiles, Cole DeMarco, Axel Zero have pulled away from the field, and Brian Lancaster, Chris Spletzer, Logan York, Bryson Bannister, they're trying to make their way back up towards the front. Osman Hamid, 45, I'm not sure if he had an issue, but he jumped out of line. He is 9 seconds back. Jacob Britt about 2 seconds ahead. He's got 3 laps to go. Can he hold off the field? There's Cole DeMarco and the 26 Daniel Voiles. Axel Zero, he has caught back up. Brian Lancaster, Chris Spletzer, Logan York, and Bryson Bannister, they are all coming as well. There's a blue and yellow car, Jacob Britt. Jacob, only a few laps left. Can he hold him off? Is he too far out, or is he in a good spot? There's Jacob. He's able to get past the lap cars pretty quick, but these drivers being in a pack, it's a little bit harder for them to get past. Cole DeMarco on the outside, going to get past Callie Hancock. Maybe not. Jacob going around the outside of Tony Hernandez. Jacob Britt about 1.5 seconds ahead of second place. Cole DeMarco, Axel Zero, Chris Spletzer, they get past. 2 to go. It's going to be a mad dash to the finish of this one. Jacob Britt trying to hold them off. These leaders, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th, have to get past the 00 of Tony Hernandez. Jacob Britt going to get past Laura Lee. Maybe not. He is going to get stuck behind her. Oh, no, this is not good for him. They're coming to the white flag. Jacob going to go down low. Here comes the 1 of Cole DeMarco on the outside. Jacob Britt going to lose the lead. He's being pushed by Tony Hernandez. The white flag in the air. 1 more lap to go. They're 3 and 4 wide behind the leaders. Cole DeMarco has the lead, but he is a little too far out. Looking back here, Brian Lancaster, he fell back behind the 50 of Laura Lee. Jacob Britt making another move. He is catching the 1 of Cole DeMarco. Can he get down low? He has a huge run. Jacob Britt going to go down low. Cole DeMarco going to block him. Cole DeMarco has the lead. Jacob Britt right on the back bumper of the number 1. Off of turn 4. Jacob Britt going to go down low. Cole DeMarco up top. Cole has no help at all. Jacob Britt down low. Who is going to get it here at Talladega? It's going to be Jacob Britt on the last lap, a photo finish. In his final season in the All-Star Offline Racing Series. Final full-time season for Jacob Britt. And he is going to get the win. And he is in the championship, so Jacob Britt has a shot to win the Cup Series title. Cole DeMarco got the lead coming to the white flag. lost it right at the checkered. Third place, Bryson Bannister. He rebounded nicely in this race. Daniel Voiles fourth. Fifth place, Axel Zero. Chris Pletzer, a really well-needed top 10 for him. He finishes sixth. Logan York, last week's race winner, seventh. Eighth is Brian Lancaster. Ninth place, Destiny Borg. She had a pretty rough race. And 10th, Tavis Haken. He will lead his team to a top 10 finish. Man, oh man, what a race. The last half went caution-free, but that was almost like a strategy race there. Man, oh man, Jacob Britt barely gets the win. One more lap and he would, well, one more lap and we would have had, one more lap and we would have had more drivers become a factor in this race. 39, Jacob Britt. A photo finish here at Talladega. Man, oh man, that was something else. Bryson and Daniel could not get there, but nobody was up top, and Cole had no help at all. That is the best finish that Harmon Racing has ever had this season. Second place for them. So some good runs. You see Nottingham Scott 12th place. Not a top 10, but he definitely needed that finish. Osman Hamid 11th. Callie 13th, not terrible. The points leader Robbie Bannister 14th. Ryan Benjamin, after being involved in that crash under caution. Teammate Sam Oskin 15th and 16th. Man, oh man, so what a race. If you're tuning in late, a lot of cars out of the race. The best car, Noah Kim, in this race, he finished 28th. Unfortunate for him. He needed a good finish. He was probably the best car in this whole field. He had led so many laps, and he was able to pull away. Jacob Britt made a great pit call. He pitted late. He was in the lead draft the entire time, and then he was able to hold them off. He wins at Talladega. Let's go ahead and check the points out after race number 8. We'll be right back. So the points after race number 8, Robbie Bannister still the points leader. See Callie Hancock now in second. She's 124 points behind Robbie. Sahara Rocha still third. Look at Cole DeMarco up 12 positions to 4th place. Bryson Bannister, he is up 10 positions to 5th place. Jacob Britt with his win, he moves into the top 16. Noah Kim fell back 2 positions, but he is still in 16th. However, Logan York not in the top 16. Logan back in 27th with a win. So right now, actually I believe, the top 15 are in the championship. So right now, Noah Kim just out of the chase. All of the race winners this season are in the top 16 except for Logan York. Look at Chris Pletzer, 28th position. He moved up 6 positions. He is about 110, 113 points out of the top 16. He needs to have a few more good finishes. Jacob Britt, final season. That was his first top 5 and first top 10. He's had 2 DNFs, but a win tonight puts him into the chase. And so far, we do not have a repeat winner in Division 1. So there are the points. You see at the very end, Nottingham Scott went from 41st to 38th. Ryan Benjamin gained a position as well. Drivers back there need a win. Nottingham was another very good contender today. So So yeah, interesting race for sure. Definitely changed the points up quite a bit. So 4 more races left in Division 1 until we get to the championship chase, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I cannot wait for that. Who else is going to join the drivers that have won? Will we have a repeat winner for the first time this season? Not sure. We'll see. But a couple drivers up in the top 16 that were contenders during seasons 1 and 2. That would be Brendan Hancock, Sahara Rocha, Callie Hancock, Robbie Bannister, and Logan York. They're all in the chase. It's getting crazy up at the front. So, tune in next week. I believe we have Banked Las Vegas coming up. We've never been to that track. That should be a lot of fun. Not sure how it's going to go. I've never raced at that track, so should be interesting. After that, we've got Watkins Glen. Then we've got the All-Star race. We've got the Coke 600 and the throwback race at Darlington. A lot of great events coming up, and then we've got a lot of great events in the chase as well. So we'll see you guys later. Have a great night. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next week.